Welcome back, guys, to the KeSPA Cup. We're going into the second half here. My name is Valdez. With me tonight is Wolf. And the first 3 best-of-5s here took 5 hours and 15 minutes, including breaks. Yeah. And we're about to go into the second 3 best-of-5s.
This lot of home shopping 2015 KeSPA Cup Season 2 really makes me want to go maybe buy a fan or perhaps some new pots and pans and utensils from a local home shopping store.
Something like that.
Anything you need, you might want to consider picking up.
Do they sell desks there? Maybe you can buy a desk for your computer.
Yeah.
Computer desk.
Could do that. Could even buy some books maybe and use them to raise your monitor a little bit higher on your desk if that's what you're looking for. Definitely could buy a piece of paper if you are one of those paper mouse pad guys.
Oh, Wolf, what if you're outside of Korea?
Well, you need to come to Korea. What are you doing? You're in the wrong place.
That's right.
That's it.
All right. Okay. We got it all solved here, guys.
If you're outside of Korea, why are you living in your current location? Are you a prisoner?
Well,
please tweet at me. I'll try to help you out.
I'm sure there are a bunch of viewers right now who live very comfortable lives doing whatever they're doing outside of Korea, but if you have the time, definitely come down and join us here. It's very free. It's not very free, extremely free to come down here.
It's like so free.
At least to the arena.
That if you come ask me, like if you come to the studio and you come inside and you ask me, like how much you have to pay or where you get tickets, I'll give you $1.
Yeah,
that's
like pass and go. You pass by the next arena, collect your $1, and then you move on.
I will give you $1 if you come down here and ask me.
You don't even have to stay for the Starcraft, but you should.
There's no tickets required. I know that the reason why a lot of you ask is because for champions, I know that you have to actually buy like a $3 ticket, which is mostly just a placeholder to make sure that someone who's actually going to show up for the match so they can actually have a seat for you. But I digress. Come down here to the studio. It's free. soO defeated herO at a recent online tournament.
Wow.
Not much of a viewpoint here.
Fantastic viewpoint.
I don't know what the score was, though.
No.
Doesn't say.
Yeah. Even some more information could have been a little bit better. But anyway.
Dropping the ball, production. Who did this?
Who's in there? I know you hear me. herO looking jacked in his picture. Yeah. I wonder if that's Photoshopped.
I don't think so, man. I think he's going to beat you up if you ask him.
Yeah? Well, we do wear the same pants. Okay.
He's going to like hit you with a BB cream bottle, man. All right, it's time for Tablet Man. Pick some bands on these new and wonderful maps.
I think we'll see Iron Fortress band here.
Oh, no doubt. Cactus Valley, also a common band. Dash Terminal first.
Yeah.
Why would you do this to me, herO? Yeah, band Scrap Station on the first band. herO's haircut's a bit, I don't like it.
He's getting that, I don't know. Looks like a very young boy.
Trimmed bang look.
Yeah.
Coda gets banned
on purpose.
That's strange.
Coda usually banned against Terrence here, but I guess most Zergs overall aren't liking it anyway. I think soO's banned it before too. Iron Fortress, the first pick here for soO, makes sense.
Yeah.
Cactus Valley, though, the first pick for soO.
This is starting to be a really weird set of picks here. I would expect now, Terraform probably going to come out, and then maybe Bridgehead. No, Moonlight Madness first. Moonlight Madness in this matchup doesn't change too much. Brewlords get a little bit stronger, basically, for the map structure. Bridgehead, very difficult for a Zerg to attack with a ground army in the middle of the map because of those bridges, obviously. And if you want to go around, it takes longer, so.
These guys, they've known each other for a long time.
Absolutely.
They have 13 games against each other. There's a lot of games of StarCraft. And herO is doing very well at Pro League. He's up there with the most winning players overall, him and Maru and someone else. Maybe just them two for now at the end of round 3. soO, on the other hand, is extremely good in ZVZ, especially in Pro League. But these days, he's just been playing better and better. And I wouldn't even be surprised to see him take this one. I think I would give herO this slight edge here. But also, I feel like we haven't seen enough games on this new map pool in PvZ.
Yeah, we've seen mostly TVZs in this tournament. There weren't that many pro losses to begin with, which is part of the reason why herO could be the last one, could be the first one or the last one eliminated to give us a clean pro lossless round going forward. But
I know some people out there would be happy with that.
They certainly would. Not to name any madnesses.
It's not me.
So, yeah, going into this series, I feel like, yeah, hero's definitely slightly favored, but this is my favorite matchup of the day that we had already set, because I feel like if you look at this, it's so close. Like if you look at Flash versus Classic, nobody expected Flash to win. In fact, a lot of people expected Classic to win 3-0. Then we had that epic series all the way to Game 5. So I feel like this series should be another one of those really, really close series.
Yeah, I think these maps are just going to provide us with really good games. So far, PvT seems to be the most fun.
Yeah.
You know, Protosses aren't able to play that very standard style that they've been doing for a long time, which, you know, will lead some Twitch chat people to be like, imbalanced, this map should be ruined, take them down. I play Protoss, but... you know, I think just Protosses need to figure out the new style. Like,
I'm just remembering an old Starcraft joke. I just have to say it before I forget. Why is the Colossus tip over?
Why is that?
Because it's imbalanced.
I knew the answer. I just wanted you to say it. Like, yeah, it's a pretty good one.
Well, that's why we've got Moonlight Madness, so you can't make Colossus versus Terran. You know, I guess actually thinking about it, and we don't see Colossi all too much in this matchup anymore, but if you think about it, Corruptors are going to have that same thing that Vikings have, that same advantage fighting against Colossi. They're not as ranged as Vikings, but still, got to be careful with those.
Yeah, you got to be careful where you put them. How you use them.
Vipers can pull them over those locations as well.
herO is a KeSPA Cup champion from last season. He defeated Dark in a best-of-7, win all the way to Game 7. herO was able to win that. You and Moonlight were casting that one. I remember that series.
Yeah, it's a really good series. And you can see his record versus Zerg in 2015 is 27-21. herO had a fiery, amazing start to the Pro League season. And then towards the end, he hasn't been as dominant. He has lost a few matches here and there. It was surprising. Well, his loss to Departure, for example.
Yeah, that happened. He got sniped a couple times. Also, he got absolutely trashed by Dream 4-0. And it didn't put him in like a slump, but it definitely affected his confidence for like 2, 3, 4 weeks. And I think he's coming out of it now, though. He's beginning to look stronger and stronger. There are other Protosses that are really making big names for themselves, namely Classic. Fortunately for him, he did go down today, but
yeah.
Anyway, guys, let's jump into game number 1 here. herO versus soO on Cactus Valley.
SK Telecom T1 soO, Oyeon versus CJ Entus herO, Kim Junho.
Down here in the bottom left, in the purple, our Zerg player from SK Telecom T1, it is soO.
And up here to the top right, it's herO and the team CJ Entus. Once hailed to be the best Protoss in the world and our defending champion. And we are going to see a 7 pool. Slightly more economic than a 6 pool, just slightly. Interesting that
one drone more economic, in fact.
Was it soO that first picked this, or was it herO actually?
It was herO.
Okay.
He is from Pohang, and he
brought his girlfriend.
No, man, he abducted his girlfriend.
Right.
Get it right.
She's like, it's for him, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't even want that. I just love StarCraft. So it was really easy. I'm embarrassed about this because he didn't make me come here. I wanted to be here.
Yeah. Well, this is very interesting. I actually like this on this map because Protosses are bound to go pretty aggressive in terms of their greed in the economic sense. You know, you see a lot of Nexus first, which we are going to be seeing here, it looks like. I believe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's definitely going to be that. And it's all about scouting here. He's going to send the drone to the north, and when it gets there, he's going to find that his opponent's not at that location. The Overlord to the bottom right is going to be unlucky as well. And this is the worst possible scenario for soO for 2 reasons. Obviously, first, because he scouted it last, and also because it's cross spawns, which means the Lings are getting there a lot slower. But still, it is a Nexus first. And if it's a gateway follow-up, he could just lose the game.
Yeah, it really depends on what he's going to make here. How safe is he going to be? That probe has already gone out on the map for a scout. Only 7 drones.
He keeps making only lings. He's not transitioning. I mean, you can't really transition easily out of a 7 or an 8 pool. A 9 pool is a different story. Oh, the probe
He's not going to see him.
Oh,
this could be a very quick first game.
It's going to be a loss. It's an insta loss. He has a gateway here. The drone should actually start working on that pylon. He actually doesn't even want to show the drone. He's going to come in here together now with the lings. Now, probes will be pulled instantly here. They're already coming.
Going immediately for the pylon, of course.
Well, they're actually not even coming. It's like, you might just type out.
Let's see what he decides to do here. Still no pull. Looks like he just wants to make as many as possible to maybe fight straight up, I guess.
Yeah, that's the plan. Here we go. In they come. He's going to micro back here.
Trying to go for the surround here with the mineral walk. He does a decent job.
Yeah. That was really well done. The problem is there's more lings on the way. Not a ton of them, though. It would be actually so sad if soO loses this game just simply because the units got surrounded. Like, it's making another gateway right now. The other structures were canceled at the natural.
Still, a lot of these probes are pretty low.
Yeah.
Not super low, but you know, you can still get to work at it. It's going to be a while before anything comes out that can defend against this besides probes. So soO going to still commit to only lings. Of course, it's being
really good micro here. Sorry.
The cross spawns is still a pretty big deal. It takes a long time for those reinforcements to come across.
The micro what we're seeing out of herO here is incredible. Notice how many probes are so low because he's pulled it back so well. He actually might be able to stabilize. The link was attacking the Nexus by mistake for a second.
Gateway finishes.
Starting a queen back at home. He's going to give him a lot more link production. He needs to pull those weakened probes to the back. The weak ones are at the front there. You guys can't see that, but I can.
He's going to continue getting to work here, but once that Zealot gets out, it's going to help out so much. Another surround.
Oh, pulls the weakened probes back. Loses just one more. No, 2 more.
That's
and
insane.
The Zealot is out. And the worker count is now at 13-6. And with a Zealot here, you should have no problem defending these constant harassments.
Yeah, I wonder what soO's going to do exactly. There is a probe blocking any kind of hatchery coming down. He also has that scout with that probe. Still just only making lings.
Yeah. This is never going to work.
Oh, and gas.
Okay. I like this a lot. If he goes into Banelings or even Speedlings from here, could give him a much better chance. Killing this pylon is also very important. I'm not even sure how that pylon got there, but we'll never know.
Just appeared. Ooh. Zealot getting close to being surrounded.
That was his first pylon. Okay, that's why. That makes sense. All right, well, the third Zealot is on the way. As long as he doesn't get surrounded by these Zealots, and he can maintain gas mining, he'll be able to get a Stalker out. Once a Stalker's out, you can't even poke with your links anymore. They're going to start taking way too much damage.
Yeah. Still no tech available here for soO.
I don't think soO knows that the probe sees his natural is not mining. I mean, and you guys cannot see this. I'm going to count how many of these probes are in the red, because that's why these attempts are so smart. 3 of them are in the red 5 hit points, and 1 of them is in the orange, and 1 is in yellow. So they're very, very much damaged here.
That's that micro. Never GG out if you're on the ladder. Just do what herO does and get that surround.
He just should not have allowed the surround to happen. It's on soO. It's like not that impressive to probe walk your probes with the minerals and then like surround those lings.
Well, it's the pullbacks that are impressive.
Yeah,
to be honest.
And that was the initial problem, was that he got surrounded with all those probes. Like you said, you were exactly right. He was just trying to build up his probe count so he could fight it the best way possible. And then what we saw was just basically really good micro to follow it up. And it's like this scenario should never even have occurred if he microed his lings better, or to be totally frank, at all. In that first engagement, he could have pulled a few probes and things would have started to snowball. He also could have waited, instead of sending lings in like 3, 4 at a time, for like 12 lings to come in and then fought all those probes. But instead he just kept sending them in small numbers. The probes could have dealt with them. And now he's going to get his hatch blocked.
Oh, that's
He doesn't have any lings nearby, and he's going to put a pylon. And if that pylon finishes, he's actually going to be able to make a gateway because the lings are going back.
Yeah. Well, they come back. There are some hidden lings, by the way, keep in mind, in the main. He may just... because most of the Zealots are just on the ramp, he may be able to get into that mineral line of herO. Oh, he's going to make that gateway.
He should make a Cyber Core, though. It's got 100 more hit points. Just a little tip. It's probably because he played a lot of StarCraft 1. And StarCraft 1 Cyber Core costs too much money, and it's different. But
Well, Lings are going to come back and
he shows a
eventually
lot of
kill
Lings.
this.
Yeah, I'm going to cancel that. But shows a ton of Lings. As long as he has a tight wall, though. Oh, those Lings you were talking about, here they come. And so many of those probes are low, like I said before.
Yep, and this is 6 Lings. They can do a really nice job.
Get surrounded.
It's pretty nice. That's a good chunk of damage. 6 probes going down. Gives soO a better chance into this game.
Yeah, he's now only a few workers behind. And there's no Nexus yet. And he can't make one either. It's going to actually cost him big if he tries to. He needs his wall set up ASAP.
And soO's still making Lings.
Yeah, I think he thinks he's just going to squeeze through that wall. He might. Possible. Warp Gate Research is about to finish, though.
Here he goes.
And you know what? He gets through.
And he gets a full surround on everything. There's one force field, but is that going to be enough?
It's like the worst possible scenario here for hero's units, but he still has so many zealots that it barely even matters. Like, he had one zealot in the middle of that surround that was so surrounded by zealots that he couldn't even fight.
Oh, he misses the force field, too.
Oh, God. This is a sloppy game, man.
Yeah. It's going to be so funny if we just transition into a normal game from here.
Well, it's possible. He doesn't have a Nexus yet, and that hatchery is going to finish. He just kept making so many Lings that his worker count is much lower than it should be at 15 currently, with 6 on the way. He is adding a 3rd base now as well. That was a bit gnarly, man. Had he just been able to block those Lings from coming through, he would have been in a much better spot with so many zealots. Could have even been ready to pressure with a gateway follow-up or something.
Yeah. So the place we're at in this game, it's like, looks, oh, hold that thought.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I can't even commentate this.
Gets a full surround on every single unit that was left. There's nothing here. You can go straight in the main base and get even more damage. There is 1 sentry. It still is a lot of speedlings. Coming in, getting more and more probe kills. Even coming in the back, 3 more Lings getting more damage. 6 probes have gone down.
Remember my story I always tell about how if the Zealots on hold position, the Lings don't get through, but if it's not, they don't. And that's just the thing about Starcraft. Like, that's just how this game works sometimes. But this is something that herO absolutely could have prevented.
Ooh.
Loses a sentry as well, and actually might lose another probe or 2. Those probes are so low, the ones he's attacking. Okay, gets 1 more.
soO is just getting so much efficiency out of all of his Lings.
soO is massively ahead now. He has 3 bases. He has an insane worker lead. He's eliminated so many gateway units. There's only 1 zealot left. He killed the sentry even. He killed all those sentries. Coming back in this game is going to be a momentous task. Not to mention that he also saw the Stargate, so he knows that that Oracle is the follow-up. Should be adding spores, but he has a ton of extra queens on the way, going up to 4 now. In fact, it's a bit strange he doesn't have any spores right now.
What?
That's not a tight wall.
Oh, man. Now going to run up the ramp, sees the Oracle come out.
Yeah, now he's going to add those, because I thought the Oracle was coming a bit faster. It's not. It's funny that a Zerg player will know things like that, but for us will not necessarily know like, if that's a tight wall or not. Oh, he's going to actually target down the weakened probes. Now every probe in that mineral line is at full health. He specifically targeted every single weakened probe from the earlier
There's like 1 yellow guy. Yeah. That's about it.
Crazy good control. soO is, it deserves an award for this game.
Best Zergling control, 2015.
GG.
He
like
knows.
Scouts the bases. He's like, I'm done.
Yeah. What
Build
an
over
insane
loss
game,
that
man.
soO miscontrolled at the beginning. That ended up meaning that herO should have won that game easily. And then he just, it was like watching a sitcom or like a funny highlight reel of mistakes. Like that Benny Hill theme should have been playing while I watched all the time soO got on the base and he should not have.
That was so unfortunate. Like, how many times did that happen, actually? It was like 4 or 5. You know, he just cancels the gateway, and just so happens the timing works. soO sees the opportunity, runs and gets a full surround. Happens again. Then he sees a hole in the wall and gets through. Gets the full scout. He's totally prepared. Oracles do no damage, and he's too far behind. And I think I almost called him Oracle. I think herO's going to be pretty fine after that one. He looked a little bit not warmed up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Well, we saw the CJ coach went in there. One of our, not our main coach, not Coach Spark, but one of their playing coaches. He went in there and he massaged hero's shoulders to talk to him a bit. You could tell, like, that was this understanding of, wow, that game was crazy. You should have lost anyways.